keto diet would be conducted by Miss Heti Verma. She is from Ahmedabad. She is a registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator and founder of Nutritive Roots Ahmedabad. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yes, yes.
Still, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. After a very intensive discussion on research, which is a very interesting topic for everyone who's attending this program this morning. Another interesting topic is ketogenic diet, which is actually gaining lot of attention and momentum in these times, and it's used as a lifestyle intervention. Initially, it was used only for epilepsy in pediatric patients, but now it is used as a lifestyle intervention, and there are a lot of clinical trials going on for diabetes as well as weight loss. So over to Heti, who has worked in this field. Let's have some nice real life experiences. Heti, if you can share.
Good morning, everyone. Like Reema ma'am just mentioned that, how Prasan sir has enlightened us how to do research better, and it would be a great opportunity to work together also. It was really insightful. At the outset, I would also like to thank the entire organizing committee of Swasthya Diabetes Care and Dr. Yash and Reema ma'am to invite me on this platform. I would run through the slides, which we all know about, little fast, and where it's important, I would like to hold them because of the running short of time. So we know that, keto, like diabetes and the metabolic syndrome has come up to the level where we really need to make amendments now to our lifestyle, and it's mainly the lifestyle that causes this problem. The slides are not changing. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes.
Yes. So, and blaming the sedentary lifestyle we have, moreover, what adds to it is the phenotype which we all Indians have. That is the thin phenotype, but the thin belly fat phenotype. And we know that the fat at the belly region leads to the higher insulin resistance, leading to all metabolic problems. So we are actually, our Indian population is not really overweight or obese, but they are actually metabolically obese, because these metabolic problems lead to higher insulin resistance, leading to problems with like high lipid profile, cardiovascular risk, and goes on. So we know that the age-old concept and the relation between, as the body mass index goes down, the risk of diabetes reduces. The risk of diabetes increases with the body mass going up, and we have seen this reverse indication also, that as we lose weight, the insulin sensitivity in fact improves. So it has always been said that we have to work as a team, because diabetes and metabolic syndrome are lifestyle disorders. So only medical approach is not what we look at now as medical practitioners or diabetes educators or nutritionists, dietitians. We always look at a twin approach for bringing the change. It has always been talked upon that, which diet works the best for weight loss or reversing the metabolic diseases, be it the Mediterranean diets, the low fat diets, the low carb diets, or the very well trending, the high fat diets, which is, and high fat, low carbohydrate diets. This is none other but the ketogenic diet. Very recently put up by none other than Dr. Shashank Joshi in a recent Indian Start study, that we've seen that majority of us are carbohydrate eaters, be it a North Indian or a South Indian. all the population on the west and the east, but we are 60 to 65%. Even at my own clinic, when I take recalls from my patients, they are majorly eating carbohydrates and they are low on the protein side. So if I want to ask you all as a question, that if we want to reverse something, would we not want to target the ultimate culprit? We know that out of the carbohydrates, fats and proteins, the carbohydrates are which lead to a higher blood sugar level and a higher insulin response, leading to insulin resistance. So why not to target, and why not to tweak something in the diet, rather than just concentrating on, like, giving a diet plan to somebody, or maybe just concentrating on a low calorie. I might keep the calorie budget same up to like 1400 or 1600 for a client. But if I go low carbohydrate where the client even doesn't understand, but I just tweak in the food groups a bit, that is where you practically work and you can help reverse the diabetes. So what is a ketogenic diet? Like I said, it's a low carbohydrate and a high fat diet, which was initially developed for the epileptic patients. The carbohydrates are kept less than 50 grams per day. Adequate amount of proteins are given and good fats are used as a source of energy. The additional benefits, as we have seen at the metabolic levels, is I would be giving some studies, some recent studies. It helps to reduce the HbA1c levels, which is our ultimate goal, improve the insulin sensitivity. It helps in the reduction of lipogenesis, because you are actually breaking down the fat and more of the lipolysis will happen in a ketogenic state. It's same how it resembles a starvation state, but I would again like to, body is in ketosis, is not supposed to be confused with ketoacidosis. So, and they help to break down, the breakdown happens in the liver to produce the ketones. So this is one very recent study, as said by all the doctors and speakers right now, that we are technologically dependent, and the era which we are in right now, we need to go lot virtually. So let's look at this nice study in 2000, published in 2017, which was an online intervention where we had compared a very low carbohydrate ketogenic diet versus just the normal plate method that we use, which is a healthy plate method, giving the percentage of food groups given for type 2 diabetic patients. It was a short, like the data was taken was short. The patients were less in numbers, but it was a very pilot study, but though done very like carefully. So it was a 25 patients were randomized, but it was a 32-week trial, and versus the plate method and, like I said, the ketogenic diets. And we can see here very well that the A1C reduction was more in the intervention group, that is the patients who were on a ketogenic diet. Again, here I would like to take this meta-analysis in detail because it's a very recent meta-analysis from 2020, last year. So 14 studies for meta-analysis were used. Like Prasanna sir mentioned, that the age group was actually not taken much into consideration, a specific age group, but all age group above, like who were having diabetes above the age of 18, that is adults, were considered. Also, the baseline HbA1c, fasting glucose, everything was compared. And if we see at the, now if we look at carefully, all these meta-analyses were used by comparing the ketogenic diet versus all different kinds of diets that have been practiced, maybe Mediterranean, be it a low-fat diet, be it a moderate carbohydrate diet, a plate method. All the 14 meta-analysis was comparing ketogenic versus the other diets. So if you carefully look at the standard deviation and the mean difference over here in all the parameters that we should be considering for metabolic syndrome, the fasting glucose show favors the experimental group here again, that it was better when the fasting glucose became better with ketogenic diets. When we come to fasting insulin also, we can see the mean is better. HbA1c also, C-peptide also was shown better difference. And the HOMA insulin was comparatively in both the groups was good. Then if we come to the weight loss, right, as we have seen that weight loss gives better outcomes to improve the metabolic syndrome, the weight loss, the BMI was also, and the waist circumference also was lowered down better in a ketogenic diet or low carbohydrate diets. Then if we compare the lipid profile, because we are always scared to give fats to the client, so if you see the triglyceride levels, I'm sorry, can you see my slides? Yes. So the triglyceride levels showed an improvement. The HDL cholesterol also showed an improvement, but the LDL was in both the scenarios. And you might see slight, maybe the pros and the cons. So when a person is on a ketogenic diet, you might see that the LDL will slightly go up for a short period of time. But if you prolong and see the difference, the LDLs will taper down and come out in a period of 6 months. So majorly, as we spoke on, from a normal diet, if you can see it from the pie chart, we use fats as a source of energy. But I again want to highlight that we use good fats as a source of energy. The pros and cons, I want to highlight on the advantages more, like we saw. But there is one con is that you have to make sure of a condition. It's a big myth. Uric acid patients cannot practice ketogenic. They can very well practice ketogenic diets. A patient with high lipid profile or cholesterol cannot practice ketogenic. It's again a big myth. At our setups, we have done and we have reversed. But somebody who's having familial chylomicronemia, which is a very rare genetic disorder where you cannot synthesize fats, should not be used. For, of course, pregnant women, you should not use ketogenic diets. Okay. So how would we practically use the approach? Like Rima ma'am said, let's look into the practical aspects. Okay. Whenever you're giving a ketogenic diet to a person who's coming to your clinic or an OPD setup or an OPD more, we would be practicing ketogenic diet for weight loss and metabolic syndromes at an OPD setup more. So you would look at the current weight, the activity level, the blood glucose, all the blood parameters. You'd be checking the ketone levels after 3 days of initiating the diet. Maybe sometimes blood ketones are difficult to test, so you can just do a normal urine ketosis test with using the diastics, and you can check the level of ketosis. You will have to ask the patient to send you regular food pictures, and you have to stop the ketogenic diet very systematically from going to a moderate carbohydrate. If in ketogenic diet we are giving less than 50 grams of carbohydrates and you are practicing the keto for say 2 weeks or 3 weeks period, I believe as a dietitian, any kind of diet that you practice, the body gets used to it in a span of a max of 1 month. There will be a plateau coming in. So even if you're practicing keto, you will have to break that plateau in 1 month. You will have to wean off your patient within 1 month. Don't go for 2 months of ketogenic diet. That might have some other outcomes, but or maybe say adverse outcomes, which again we have not seen, but we practice at our clinics usually 2 to 3 weeks of keto, and then we slowly take the clients to 100 gram of carbs, then 150 grams of carbs, and leave them at a balanced high protein diet. Okay, so there is no fixed protocol as to how the carbohydrates, it depends of person to person. Like we have seen that you will see a familial hypoglycemia also from somebody who is like, having a 240 random blood sugar and slowly goes to maybe a 150 random blood sugar, might also feel really low. Even if he comes at a 180 blood sugar, he might feel low. So, and the fasting tolerance also for every patient would be different. So you have to keep in check and be parallelly working with a doctor. So all of us should be working as a team when we are giving such kind of, I would not say fat diets, but I would really say something which is little different from your routine. So when you're focusing on the macronutrient approach, you have to be careful that you're tweaking in the medicines also. If you're practicing for somebody who's long-standing diabetes, but you want to reverse the insulin and you do not want the person or the patient to be on insulin, we have seen cases that we have brought down from an insulin type 2 diabetic to metformin also in a span of 1 year. So I would quickly like to highlight that what are the food groups that are taken, what are the healthy fats that are taken in a ketogenic diet. You can use almond flour, flaxseed flour. If somebody is not affording, you can just go for a simple soya bean flour that is again low in carbs. More of green leafy vegetables than the roots and starchy vegetables are used. We can also use topping the pulses and legumes. Sprouts are low on carbs. We can also use that. Good nuts and seeds and oils are used. Again, for the clients who are not able to afford olive oils, I make sure that I am giving them groundnut, ghee, whatever is affordable. That's the most important thing as a practitioner, that we are making it all the A's possible, right? Accessible, affordable, that's important. So a typical keto plan would look like giving maybe a soya bean type of a roti or an almond flour roti in the lunch, starting with little bit of sprouts in the morning, or maybe if you can give like a normal, say a nuts or a seeds rich breakfast also, and like a salad. Evenings you could again give in some nuts and seeds. We have so many companies now which have been launched all over India, also in Ahmedabad, like, giving out keto khakras as well. So I do advise them that also. Dinners could be paneer salads. You can give paneer bhuji. Person who's non-vegetarian, you can work on the non-veg recipes also. Or it could again be a green leafy vegetable and soya bean roti again. So I would like to conclude. The take-home messages would be that when we are talking about weight loss and when we are talking about reversing metabolic syndrome or diabetes, we should be focusing more on the culprit. We should be working more on the macronutrient approach by just giving in more of medicines or a particular kind of diet, which is not to the understanding of our patient. We should make them understand what are carbs, what are proteins, what are fats, why fiber is good. So please highlight that. And 10% of a weight loss in the look ahead trial also, we have seen that in the long run helps, and a good physical activity helps to reverse these conditions. Very likely said by our own Dr. V Mohan in one of his books that he has published, just that I have highlighted, that if something at a very pre-diabetic stage or maybe at an early stage, we as health practitioner can bring it down by healthy eating and increasing physical activity. If one can halt this diabetes, halt the obesity, it would really help in preventing all the diseases. So, and this is again the summary references. Thank you so much. And I'm open for questions.
Yes, Rima ma'am. Thank you, Eti, for the wonderful talk.
I hope I was in time.
It is fine. We have questions coming in, and
Okay.
this is a technology part, so we know what technology can be. Yeah.
What
Rima
is
ma'am,
the
your voice is mute.
what is the impact of keto diet on cardiovascular outcome?
So, yes, sir, like we saw in the studies also and in the meta-analysis also, it in fact helps to reduce the triglycerides levels. As we all know, the triglycerides are related to more of your carbohydrate intake and not the fats. So it will bring down your triglycerides. HDL, you may or may not see an increase because HDL also depends on the level of activity a person is doing. But the LDL have seen not an adverse, it might not lead to a decrease in the LDL, but definitely not an increase in the long term if ketogenic diets are practiced. These meta-analyses that were taken in consideration were as short as a study for like 2 weeks to 1 year. So the prolonged outcomes on the lipid profile does not show any adverse symptoms.
Dr. H. Verma, thanks for an excellent talk. Pardon my ignorance. Can I ask some questions?
Thank you, sir.
I'm poor in diet.
Please, sir, I would love that. Yeah.
What is the definition of keto
Yes.
diet? I want a definition, exact one.
So, a ketogenic diet is a low carbohydrate diet where we are using 70 to 80% of the total calories coming in from fats.
So
In the
that is what
general
the
scenario.
definition.
Huh.
Okay. So
And
this is
ketones
what
are.
the definition.
sorry, so ketones are used as a source of energy instead of using glucose as a source of energy.
So, otherwise, yeah, exactly. So, if you reduce the carbohydrate, you have to increase the fat, which is ketogenic in the absence of carbohydrate, where glucose is the energy. That is the whole thing.
Correct.
Now, let us take an example. There are two scenarios. One, where the carbohydrate is less, as you said, ketogenic diet. Is that important? Or the second one, calories are less. Is that is important?
So, sir, this has always been a debate when we come to metabolic diseases and diabetes. A low calorie diet versus, it's always a debate in all the forums, big conferences, versus a low carbohydrate. So, in the short term, honestly, if you would see articles which are short studies, maybe like say 4-week, 1 month, 2 month trials, you would see an immediate effect coming on the lipid profile, the HbA1c, more with the ketogenic diets, better outcomes, more A1C reduction. But in the long run, like we see in the look ahead trial, like I said, if you go in the long term for 2 years, a low calorie, it is also working equally well. And a low calorie and Mediterranean diets, which are more colorful, works more on holistic approach, more of giving the fruits and vegetable and fiber. That also helps in the acting as an antioxidant. So overall improving the health. So when we talk long term, I would say going hypocalorie is the best approach, right? Because again where ultimately, even if we are trying a high fat, or maybe we are trying a low fat or a high carb or a low carb, but ultimately our target is to reduce the size of a stomach. So if we are giving 20% less than the required calories every single day, but no matter how, whichever diet has been practiced, in the long run, it's going to help in improving the insulin sensitivity, reducing the insulin resistance, improving the visceral fat, and adiposity going down, and ultimately improving all your hormones. So both
What is
approaches
the
work, sir.
lowest calorie that you will advise to your patient obese?
So again, sir, when we go for very low calorie diets, be it like 600 calorie, as low as 600 calorie, low calorie diets have been practiced in the long term studies, but everybody is not compliant. That's what I said, that tweaking the carbohydrates is easier, because always fats and proteins keep you full. So that's my approach. Fats and proteins are going to keep you fuller than going very low calorie and just giving supplements. Giving 2 times a day, you're giving shakes to the patients is just not what they want. So, but again, 600 calorie diets can be practiced for a short term. So,
No,
very low
look at
calorie.
not impossible. Look at Direct Trail. Direct Trail involved 5,000 patients. It's one of the best trials.
Correct.
Everybody quotes for reversal of diabetes or remission of diabetes, whatever it is.
Correct.
There are 2,500 people standard of care, 2,500 people intensive care. What are the calorie content in them? 800 to 850 calories. Not 3 months, 6 months. It was 2 years duration. What was the carbohydrate? 50%. 50%. It is not like anything. So look at this trial which has shown, and a lot of them were Asians also, apart from Britishers. So 800 to 850 calories is sufficient. You need not have to come to 10%, 20%, 50% carbohydrate is sufficient. Then you have 35% fat and 15% protein. See, food is also something which is culturally and financially and availability, acceptability. When God has sent us to human beings, He sent two engines, okay? Whether the engine runs on petrol or on diesel. You cannot put diesel into petrol, petrol into diesel. All North Indian minds, they said that wheat is the diesel for it. South Indian, they say, no, rice is the one. If a South Indian does not eat rice 3 days, he is never happy. Because how this hypothalamus feeds that satiety? Oh God, I have not eaten rice 3 days, how can I live? A North Indian says, I have not eaten chapati, how can I live 3 days? So food is something which is individualized, very difficult to change. In fact, people have tried less than 20 grams of carbohydrate per day. Now, acceptability is difficult. Why do people choose carbohydrate? It is the cheapest. When a man gets money, first thing is buy either wheat or rice, which is cheapest. Next, you have little more money. You buy proteins, egg, or dal and other things. When you are still rich, you buy butter, ghee and all. So that is why carbohydrate to protein to fat. And a food which does not contain fat will never be tasty. Can you accept any Gujarati taking a carbohydrate less than 20 grams? Impossible. Yes, he's already shaking his head. Right? It may be science, but
So-
Yes cannot convince his
Correct.
patient, don't eat this, don't eat that, and eat this. It is very difficult.
Yes.
And this
I agree with
diet,
you, sir.
what
I
the
agree.
direct study said, showed, and these are all Indian Asians also there. It is possible to follow that diet for 2 years. What did it matter? None of them mattered. One thing that mattered was, because people talk about reversal of diabetes, Twine Health program, pay 30,000 rupees for 3 months. They put my photograph also there. I said, if you don't remove my photograph 24 hours, my son will send a legal notice. He was there in Supreme Court. Within 24 hours, my name was taken without my permission, right? A lot of them are commercial and all that. So what we need to do in this study is a 2-year study which showed, one, it is a low calorie diet, 50% carbohydrate. And what are the two things which came out? You have to lose 10 to 15 kg of weight to reverse. Nothing else is going to see. What is the next
Agree.
thing? It has to be done within 5 years of diabetes. Somebody 5 years after diabetes, 3 doses of insulin, they are so stupid and get bariatric surgery. Oh, they lost 35 kg. Then what happened? The surgeon promptly put him on metformin and SGLT2 inhibitors. Then she came after 3 years. Sir, I was off all medication. Madam, where is off medication? This is all diabetes medication. Then after 3 years, what happened? Blood sugar, HbA1c 11. Sir, what shall I do? When did you see me? 8 years back. What did I say? 3 doses of insulin. Start insulin, I think. So these are the two things they have to keep in mind. Any amount of diet, nothing is going to help. But they have to be clear. That means whether ketogenic diet, low carb diet, intermittent fasting, you have to choose your patient and say, because don't say everybody will benefit. That is where we go wrong. And patient
course.
said, sir, you said it is going to do. You are going
Of
to
course.
reverse diabetes. So when we know this is going to help in patient X, will not help in Y, then patient is very, very clear what we are going to do. There is nothing like one path which is true in diet. Many people follow many different methods, ketogenic diet, low carb diet. People have done intermittent fasting and lost weight. Ultimately, I personally believe the total number of calories you take has to come down. You can't say eat 8 hours and 16 hours or 18 hours, you eat whatever you want. If somebody grabs 3,000 calories in 12 hours or 6 hours, do you think he's going to lose weight? Definitely not. I think a mix of everything is necessary. And food is something which ultimately I have to discuss with a patient. This is the diet, sir. Is it acceptable for you? Will you follow? Yes, madam. If this is the diet, I will follow. He will follow. And non-compliant, madam, I don't want all this. I want to eat well. You give me more medicine, more injection. I have here living only to eat only. You cannot change their mindset at all. So there is no one formula for all. Maybe as a dietitian, when you talk to their habits, what is the attitude and other things, then you will know, yes, this man is going to follow my diet, 99% follow it up, then it will be successful.
Yeah, so thank you, sir. So another question here, Heti, is from Krishna Mori. Good talk on keto diet. How long to continue keto diet? How to sustain it?
So, yes, like Prasanna sir just mentioned, and in my talk also, as I highlighted, that, mostly any kind of diet that you practice for a patient, they tend to get a plateau. Or maybe their likings, they feel that I don't want to continue it for a long period of time, the same kind of food groups. So you should be always changing the diets at least in 2 to 3 week span and a max of 1 month. So if you're practicing a ketogenic diet, and I would again like to highlight, it's not only a ketogenic, it's just a low carbohydrate. You want to see the patient's compliance. If a patient is eating around 300 grams of carbohydrate on a regular single day, even if I take it to a person to like a 150, 180 gram carb, that is going to be low carb for them. So you have to slowly see the patient's compliance, be very careful in the recall. You make sure you're going gradual And when you again go back on the maintenance, you leave it something that can be sustainable for long, just the way sir said that, it should be sustainable. For the Indian scenario, you really have to give them grains and carbs at a long run.
Yeah, so the next question is from Dr. Vitrag Shah, and I think you have mentioned it earlier, but how do we define keto diet versus low carb diet? So just in a 1 or 2 sentences, if you can just clear this, Heti.
A real ketogenic diet is definitely less than 50 grams, how it is scientifically practiced. But when you are practicing on your own, like experience, a low carbohydrate, like I said, depending on the patient, could be as low as less than 150 grams. Trials have been done on the same, less than 100 grams, less than 80 grams. These are the three main, but at least less than 150 gram is considered as a low carb.
Okay, and the last question here from Dr. Mikal Khanna is, what is the absolute contraindications of ketogenic diet?
So I would say again, it's patient to patient. Sometimes the tolerability is not much, so you might see a short-term adverse effect of a keto flu where the patient is having severe acidity, or maybe headaches, or is not able to tolerate. He might have severe diarrhea. So again, we need to control. You should know how to control that. So what we do is, the patient might go mineral deficient, so you'll have to give a magnesium supplement to make sure that there is not a heavy keto flu. You will ask them to hydrate themselves well. You'll make sure you're not giving too much of fat at that time, and you would concentrate on the patient stays under moderate ketosis. Like I said, you can use a ketone strip. So if you see that if the patient is on a very high ketosis level and having adverse effect, maybe burpee, acidic, headache, anything, so you would immediately taper them down, give a small dose of sugar that will still keep them in ketosis. You'll just have, what we do practically is we ask them to take a cup of tea, maybe with some added sugar in it, or maybe some limbu soda for one go, and then that will still keep them in ketosis, but you will now increase the carbs from less than 50 to you'd go up to 100 grams of carbs, so they can tolerate that diet.
So any other disease, as you mentioned, that
no gallbladder syndrome, nothing like we have seen in our history or through the papers also, or any research that patients having practicing ketogenic diets could cause gallbladder syndrome, or it could lead to kidney stones, no, or high increased uric acid levels, no, you do not. But like I said, it is contraindicatory for pregnant women, also for genetic diseases. Also, if somebody has a history of gallstones, you would be careful not giving too much of fat, because you already know that the gallbladder has been removed. So the synthesis of fat or the metabolism of fat is going to be slower. So in that case, you have to be a little careful.
Most important, never try it on type 1 diabetes. At least if you say that,
Yes.
right? Because many people
Never
don't know
try it?
distinction between type 1 diabetes. They are the ones more.
Never practice. Most important. So sorry,
most
sir.
Important
Since the talk is about type 2, the most important, of course, of course. In type 1, we really don't really.
Isn't it? Because many
we don't go hypocaloric for this for type 1s only. Na? Our target is not to reduce weight for type 1s at all. It's more about
keto diet. We have got keto kitchen. We have got keto internet site. So they say, let me put this on my child and then see we can stop insulin. Lot of people try that, and it is dangerous consequences. I always tell them, whatever diet we advise, dietitian advice, it is only 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days lifelong. If you cannot follow that, don't start anything. There is nothing like a cash course. Whatever your dietitian has said, it is there throughout life. It is not like slimming center, gymming center. Sir, 3 weeks, 3 kgs of weight loss. You go home, you have spent 20,000 rupees. In 3 months, you will lose 15 kg. After 1 year, all of them have put on 10 kg of weight. Right? So, because
but sir, I hope you agree. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. But I was.
It is not. It is like a car. If there is a car, daily I have to check the pressure, check the wheel, check the oil, water main. No, sir. I drive the car very badly 6 months. Give it to your servicing, madam. You are servicing my car. I'll follow 3 weeks. After that, I do. What is the use of such a diet? If he can follow, discussing with you, say this is the diet you follow 365 days. They think 3 months I can lose 10 kg. then I can eat anything. Next 20 years, I'll be thin. See, that misconcept that diet is only for short while. No, it is long term. Whatever it is, as you said rightly, from 500, come down to 300, 200, 150 grams. From 4,000 calories, you cannot come to 800 tomorrow. Gradually do it. Can you maintain this next 5 years? And they are the ones who sustain weight, like film actresses. God has not made them same. They eat so less. One actress told me, sir, from 14-year-old, my mother said, don't eat, your stomach will become big. Not eating, my stomach has shrunk. So even at 45, I cannot more eat. This is how they are made. It is not God has made actors different. The moment they finish their acting, from Shashi Kapoor, Shami Kapoor, and they become huge, and then they die. Why? They don't act in films, they go on drinking, eating, and they become obese. Whereas somebody, housewife, continues, even at 65 years, she'll be maintaining. So we have to impress upon them, diet is lifelong, exercise is lifelong.
Yes.
It is not a fashion for 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
And every month, let her be in touch with dietitian. They don't have to see me and Yash, but they have to be in touch with what is your 24-hour call, weekly call. Are you following? Then she feels guilty. Sorry, madam, I did this. See, that is the mistake. So they have to be with dietitian, not that you give diet chart. And once I have paid you money, madam, I have to lose this much of weight. I don't have to see you. I'll see only doctor every time blood sugar. That is the mistake our people do.
Yeah. So last question, Heti, how early can you get benefits of ketogenic diet? It is by Dr. Ankur Rawal.
Very well proven and very well practiced and seen. With the short lack of time, I did not show a case where I told you that, we have reversed somebody from insulin to bringing them down to a metformin. And it was again of various kinds of diets that we practice. It's not something you have to make sure you're following up with your clients very well, every weekly approach, when you really want to change their life through lifestyle and not through medication. So ketogenic diets really show the results. If you're talking about the insulin resistance and insulin sensitivity, you would see the fasting insulin levels going down maybe in 20 days period. You would see weights also going down by at least 3 to 4 kgs in a 2-3 weeks period. But then you have to slowly continue the journey. Like sir said, it's a lifelong journey. You have to make them understand the macronutrient approach, and it has to go on. So again, then from weaning off to a ketogenic, you have to take them to a hypocaloric or a hypocarbohydrate, like a low carbohydrate, like that. But it shows instant results. You can really see, and it's not the water loss. Maybe the water loss would be in 1 or 2 days, but if you prolong it, it's actually the fat loss that's happening. Patients really go down by inches also. They feel remarkable differences in their energy levels. It might take 2 or 3 days to enter into ketosis and use ketones as a source of energy, but we have seen that difference coming in when the clients themselves say, the patients themselves say that now I feel that the bloating has gone and I feel good energy levels. So we've seen that.